So to start, I'm going to be using the NYX Studio HD Primer. This one is a little bit thick, so you might have to warm it up between your hands a bit, but I think it's essential to use a primer if you're going to be doing a heavier look or something that you want to last all night. So I'm mixing two foundations today. This is Wet n Wild's Coverall and Makeup Forever Matte Velvet. And I'm using Urban Decay's All Nighter Setting Spray to dampen a beauty blender as well as my face. And this just helps your foundation apply really smooth, gives it kind of an airbrush finish, and keeps it from looking too cakey. So if you have any problem areas, you want to concentrate the product on those, but right now I'm just going to do a smooth all-over application. I mix these two foundations together because I like to get a really specific color. I also don't want it to be super matte, which the matte velvet does give a really, really matte finish. I want this to be a little bit more dewy. So to even everything out and the remaining product, I'm just going to take this brush from Real Techniques and smooth it all over my face and pull down the neck. I'm going to make sure that you get your foundation down your neck so everything matches. Now I'm taking this concealer quad from Coastal Scents. I'm going to be using two colors out of here. It's a peach tone and then kind of a yellow tone. And this is a cream concealer, so it's got a little bit thicker consistency. So you can basically just paint it on to any of the areas you want to bring light to. So I'm doing that under the eyes, the forehead, down the bridge of my nose, the chin, and Cupid's bow. You can also do some slight highlighting right above your jawbone. That way the contour that you do on there will look even more dramatic. So now I'm going in with MAC Prep and Prime Highlighter Pen in Light Boost, and I'm just going to follow the highlight that I already drew with the Coastal Scents Concealer. This is more of a liquid product, so it helps everything blend together. And I'm actually just going to be using a Real Techniques setting brush to blend this all out. So again, kind of the theme here is that whole airbrush finish. Don't know what I was doing there. So you can just take this and just blend and blend and blend. It's going to buff everything into your skin so you see the highlight, but there's no harsh lines or really definite beginning and end to where your product is. So after blending all of that in, you can really see how it draws light to the center of your face without really being too harsh. Now I'm just setting this with Wet n Wild's Coverall Powder in a light shade. Now for contouring, I'm going to start by drawing on the base of my contour lines with this NYX Full Coverage Concealer, and I believe this color is called Almond. So I'm just taking this on a synthetic brush and I'm going to draw it right where my natural contour would be underneath my cheekbone. It's going to look pretty harsh, but we're going to blend everything out, so don't worry. This is just giving you sort of a guideline. You can do that underneath the cheek, down the jawbone, up on the temples, and down the sides of the nose. So when you're done, you should have something like this. Now I'm going to take a Real Techniques blush brush that I don't use for blush. I just use it for blending. And so I don't have any product on the brush. I'm just going to take it and buff all of that concealer directly into my skin. So it does the same thing that we were doing with the light concealer. It just gives it that really nice airbrush finish. And here's how it looks all buffed out. So now I'm going to go in with NYX Matte Bronzer, and this is in medium, on a big brush, and just kind of tap that around on the edges so I can use it at an angle. And you can do the little fish face if you need to find where you're going to be placing that. And I just use it to emphasize that contour that we did with the concealer. And take that up above onto the temples, and then you can use it to just sort of blend out that line. So I'm just going to finish up with the bronzer, and then you'll see the final look, just a really nice airbrushed, defined, but it's not really dramatic. So I skipped over my eyebrows because I have another video of me doing those, so I'm just going to move on to the eyeshadow. I'm going to prep with NYX Jumbo Pen. This is Milk. And I just use this to really give a really bright base for my eyeshadow and to keep it from creasing. I'm going to take this purpley plum shade on just a fluffy blending brush from Real Techniques. And this is going to go in the crease. So this is a transition color. You lay down a transition color to make it easier to blend out any darker colors that you're going to be using, which we will since this is going to be a cut crease. Just go ahead and blend that back and forth in a windshield wiper motion. And you're going to want to pull that pigment out slightly past the edge of your eye. So we're going to be doing a cat eye with the eyeliner. So it should look something like this. And finish up the other side to match. So now I'm taking this little palette I have with a darker purple down at the end. I'm just putting this on a bullet brush. And I'm going to use this right in the crease, so it's going to go on top of the color that we just laid down, and this is going to be our cut color, essentially. Just go ahead and lay that in, and then we'll blend it out using both the bullet brush as well as the fluffy brush that we used for the original purple color. So after you're done blending, it should look a little like this, and going back in with that fluffy brush just to touch it up a bit. Now I'm taking this NYX Liquid Crystal eyeliner, and it's a purple glitter eyeliner. So I just use this right over the light part of the Milk pen, and you can bring that all the way up to your crease to give it like a really nice defined line. So here's what the glitter liner looks like dried. There's no additional product laid on top of that. Now I'm going back to that palette where we pulled the dark purple from to pick up this kind of matte black, just on a really small smudging brush. And I'm going to use this to create a V at the outer corner of the eye. Just go ahead and line right underneath where we pulled that purple out, and then connecting up over the top of the crease. Now I'm taking a pencil brush. There's no additional product on here. I'm just using this for blending. So I'm just going to soften that V that I made with the dark black eyeshadow. So here's with everything blended out. Now I'm going to be doing my eyeliner. I'm using a felt tip liquid eyeliner. This is Stila Stay All Day. It can be kind of hard to draw over the top of the glitter once it dries, because it's a little bit more of an uneven surface than your eyelid would naturally be. So I really like using these felt tips with the liquid eyeliner rather than a brush with gel on it. I just think it comes out a little bit more smooth. So there's both eyes done together, and I did pretty heavy eyeliner on this one just since we're doing like a dramatic nighttime look. And then you can take that pencil brush again and add a little bit more of the black just to blend the outer V. Now I'm taking a cream blush from NYX, and I'm going to be using a stippling brush from Real Techniques just to apply this right above the contour with the bronzer that I put down. Then on top of that, it's going to be MAC. This is Peaches, just a blush. Just going to dab right on top of that to add some extra color. And then I'm going to line my upper lash line as well as the water line with a waterproof kohl black eyeliner pencil. Going back to the palette with a smudging brush, I'm just going to take the purple color and put it right into the kohl eyeliner that I did on my waterline. And this is going to intensify that bottom lash line. And you want to concentrate most of the product towards the outer corner. Now with the pencil brush, with the transition color that we used on the top lid, just go ahead and smoke out that bottom lash line. Should look a little something like this. Now to blend everything together, I'm just going to take my big fluffy brush from e.l.f. and a translucent setting powder and just use this to sort of blur everything together. You kind of want to concentrate on any of the areas that you might think will crease, so I just kind of dab it under the eye instead of swiping, and then just use the rest of the product to blend the rest of the face. And there you go. So I'm going to be using a liquid illuminator. This is from NYX. I'm just going to put a couple dots on the top of my cheekbone, and then I use my Real Techniques brush just to blend that into sort of a horseshoe shape around my eye. I always use a waterproof mascara. This is from Tarte. I'm going to be using this on my upper and lower lashes. You can definitely do falsies with this look. It'll probably make it even better, but I just absolutely hate false eyelashes, so I won't be using any. Alright, so now the lashes are done, and we're going to move on to lipstick. So I'm just using a soft pink color with a little bit of shimmer in it, and then I'm going to put NYX, I think this is Peach, just the lip gloss right over the top. Just finishing up with the bottom lashes. I like these to be really dramatic, just to sort of emphasize that smoky look at the bottom. And now, just setting everything with Urban Decay All Nighter. Want to make sure that your makeup lasts all night long. And there's the final look. Thanks for watching.